What made you want to hustle?
Harlem.
Harlem.
Yeah, Harlem in itself, man, was like a Fortune 500 company. And I mentioned this to somebody else, that the way Harlem operated, it was always an opportunity to get some money. You know, even as a kid, just posting up on the block, being a lookout, doing an 8-hour shift like any other job will earn you $100 a day. So you think about it, you on the block anyway. It's your block. Only difference is you limit your flexibility for 8 hours because you got to be posted. And make sure nobody run up in the building or the police don't run up in the building and trap whoever off in the building. And that was a $100 gig. Sometimes they shorty hold this for me and walk with me. That could equate into some money. You know what I'm saying? So all of those things is what really groomed me. I used to pack bags in the supermarket. I learned how to manipulate that. I would get other aisles and put fiends in those aisles. You know what I'm saying? So I'm packing one aisle, got two fiends packing two other aisles, and and all that's my money. And I get them a little something at the end. We used to pump gas at a self-service station. It's self-service. You can get out and pump it yourself. But if I can, offer some convenience, I got you. I'll pump your gas. You get a tip. I wash cars. Cars used to go through the machine, but I do detail. Got my little Armor All bottle. I used to go to the Bronx, get my air fresheners for 50 cents, come back to Harlem, sell them for $1. I had a paper route on Sunday, and I bagged up for my cousin. You know what I'm saying? So I had a full life as a kid, And you gotta think, Pro Keds back there was only $10, $15. So to have every flavor Pro Keds, that was nothing from those hustles, And our little crew, you had to be able to get your own two-piece in a snap box. You had to be able to pay your own way, to hang out. You can't just be around, all day and you ain't get no money. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I was as a kid.
Did you go to school?
Of course. I was an A student, honor roll student. I just had behavior issues. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of that came from what I was experiencing with my mother. You know what I'm saying? Not having a father. Because regardless if, you have love present and you got structure present in your home, the absence of that biological presence is always going to be traumatizing. I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't really know how to articulate words like I do now. I didn't know how to talk. And I didn't have an intimidating voice neither. You know what I'm saying? So if you sounding like Mighty Mouse and cats not take you serious, you gotta pick something up. You gotta make it work. You gotta leave some kind of imprint.
Got it.
So that was what it was. But I was an honor roll student. I was extremely smart. And the thing was, I think that I exceeded a lot of my peers in school to where boredom used to sit in. And that's why I get in trouble. Because it's like I do my work and it's like it's just too much free time right now. And I'm already done. I need something to do. You could call it ADD or whatever, but I had an issue with just like, I do my work and now like I need something to do. Now I'm bothering other people.
I think most kids like that though in school.
Absolutely.
Even like now.
Yeah, absolutely.
The kids who are a little advanced, they kind of just,
because it's structured to be one way. Some going to excel, some going to fall behind, but it's not anything that caters to those things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it was. I was in school. I had behavior issues. Like I said, I wasn't good at snapping. It was a lot of comedic dudes growing up. Because, kids are cruel. They going to say what's on their mind, even if it ain't the right thing to say.
Did you graduate from high school?
Nope.
How many high schools you been to?
The first high school I went to was Beverly Hills High School. Yeah. I went to Beverly Hills High School in Beverly Hills, California.
See, so you skipping stuff.
Yep. I was in the same class as Angelina Jolie.
Really?
Yep. Monica Lewinsky was in the 10th grade. Cause my godfather, he produced Crush Groove, you know what I'm saying? Disorderlies, New Jack City. Like, he was a motion picture producer. So I probably was the original Fresh Prince.
So wait, hold on. Before that, you gotta give us like stop. You can't just jump like that. Stop.
I mean, you asked me high school. You jump.
I know I did jump. Okay, because you in. What made you go to California?
Well, Will Smith had an incident on the basketball court, right? That's what got him to Bel Air. For me, you know, my grandmother, she knew I fought a lot. You know, I used to fight all the time. And actually, you know, I boxed when I was very young. I was in martial. I was in a lot of things that my grandmother tried to put me in to exhaust all this excess energy I had. So she was accustomed to me always fighting. But it was an incident that took place where somebody got shot. And for her, that was like...
How old were you at this time?
At that time, I was probably about 12, 13. Yeah. Yep. So that summer, it happened in the summer. I was in California maybe a month after that, if not sooner. So I spent the first summer there before school started, which was like around September or something like that. But yeah, that was an amazing opportunity for me. But I was too young and too Harlem to even understand what was being given to me at that time. So I kind of squandered the opportunity. I found myself, you know, affiliated with a known gang. And
Hold on. So somebody got shot
yeah, somebody got shot
in Harlem.
in Harlem.
And then grandma...
And I was there, so, you know, yeah, I was there. So when she got word that I was in proximity of that situation, the next move was, you know, you're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air.
So how did she find out that you was there?
My grandmother know everything. Everybody know Miss Evelyn, man. Anything involving Chauncey at the time, like that name, you know, had trouble attached to it.
It did.
Yeah, people see, like, it's funny, man, because there was only two Chauncey's in Harlem anyway. There's one in Lincoln Project. He was much older than me, and we cool to this day. But I was Chauncey, you know. I was, you know, it's like that name was so associated with just trouble.
So
you know what I mean?
So they sent you to Bel Air.
Beverly Hills.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, my godfather, like I said, he was a motion picture producer, and he had produced Crush Groove by then, Disorderlies, JoJo Dancer, and at that time he was working on New Jack City.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying?
And you were.
So while he was working on New Jack City, he was actually in New York for like 6 months shooting in New Jack City, and I was in California trying to burn the whole state down.
You were associated with a gang out there, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. A known Crip gang.
Okay, I was about to show my hat. All right, so you
A
answered
word. What that stand for?
it. You answered it. I was about to, because if you didn't want to answer, I was going to say.
That sounded. See it for Chauncey.
So you was associated with a known Crip gang. You got down with them. They jumped you in.
No need.
Don't act like
I'm being honest with you.
you just gave it up like that, right?
The thing is, I'm from New York. We fight. Listen, what I'm trying to explain to you. Every time I got in a situation, I was always being forewarned. Like, this ain't New York, nigga. You gonna get killed out here. You can't do that. This ain't New York. You can't just be putting your hands on people. Somebody gonna smoke you, New York. I just kept hearing this every time I was only being who I was. I was being a young kid from New York. This is how we dealt with our situations. But California was a whole different situation. And that's kind of where the whole Loon thing came in. I was only behaving in a manner that was normal from where I came from, but to California, I was out of my mind because I was crossing a lot of boundaries that I didn't know I was crossing, you know. So being that I was already establishing that I could handle myself, I don't think nobody felt like it was a need to give me no physical to be a part of, no organization.